got to get dressed up like Peaky Blinder or something like that. Yeah, I'm just a bit dazed this morning, to say the least. We just get so fed up of them jamming and like kind of not working properly. Monday morning, guys. Welcome back to the Builder's Diary. Yeah, what a start. So, yeah, basically I was woken up this morning by two lads wanting something out of a pickup, but wasn't told or nothing. So, cut a long story short, my missus is off work. So, generally when she's off work, we have a bit of a lie-in. So, I wasn't up, basically. Not like it was late, to be honest. It was like 7 o'clock. So, yeah, got woken up. Lads wanting stuff out of one of the pickups. Yeah, I'm just a bit dazed this morning, to say the least. But I'm basically now in the van on the way over to Blurton Road. Just left Dill and he's in the office. Just trying to work out where the jobs are at the minute and stuff like that. I've got a few materials and bits and bobs to get ordered. I'm going down the roof. They're having a bit of trouble with the hips, so there's no line through point. I don't know if you know what a hip roof is, but obviously you've got the two hips, so they need to be lined through. The back's fine because we've got a straight point that we can line through off. The front is going to have to do a bit of geometry, Ben is, but obviously doesn't know how to do that because essentially he's a ground worker, but it's just really handy. He can stick a roof on as well. Martin's over on Wimslow, just getting the plumbing and that sorted, but obviously he's my main joiner, so he would normally drop on the roof. So unfortunately I'm just nipping out there. Hopefully they only need me for half an hour or so, just to line the hips through and then they can crack on. Because I've got a meeting this afternoon with quite an important customer. The job that we quoted a couple of weeks back, well, we didn't quote, we put a proposal in, but it's a big job. It's like north of £1 million. So, told you about it in last week's video. I've got to meet up with the customer for that one this morning. Well, it's 12 o'clock, so I want to be prepared for that. So need to get back really, or I've got my laptop with me, at least I can sit in the van, laptop on my knee and get prepared. I'll catch you in a bit.
Monday morning, still. So, got my sunnies on, got a banging head today, I'm still cracking on. So my day, I'm going to go over to Penkhull New Road. I'll show you around there in a minute. It's one of Rob's properties. And then I'm going to go have a little measure round Baskerville, do a second fix, measure up and do a cutting list for the lads, and then I'm going to go Wilmslow, drop the shower tray off and see how we are. And I'm at the car now, so I'll see you there. So this is Penkhull, just have a little walk around with me. So this is one of Rob's properties. I'm just going to shut that, not sure why it's been left open. So let's have a look round, eh? Take you upstairs. So this property, let me just put the light on. Was having issues with some damp. So it's been treated and it's dried now. So it just needs painting again. And we've used dehumidifiers throughout. Go through this one. Oh, no electricity, that's weird. I'll check that in a minute. So this is the problem wall. Rob's thinking of cladding these with something to make them look a bit better. They just don't seem to be drying out. As you can see, this one's a lot better. Plan with that one is those walls I was showing you. Rob wants to get them cladded. So, sorry, I was covering the microphone then, I think. So, Rob wants to clad those walls with some kind of, you know, like the acoustic batten that you see, that felt stuff. He's thinking something like that. So them little walls are going to get cladded, and then that's going to get rented out. I believe he uses Property by Lottie. So that's going to be fun for me, because I haven't seen that side of Rob's business yet, and you know what he does. I've only been project managing so far, so this is cool for me. So now I'm going to Baskerville to measure up the second fix, so I'll see you there.
So we're going through there like that, Rob. And then we're going to come out here, go up that corner, and then elbow it up into that part there. And then the gas is done, mate. Gas is all tested now, Rob. 0 millibar drop. So managed to get all these hips in now. Got the purling in as well. I was struggling a little bit with that back cut on the purling and how it needed to go. It's all framed out now. All you've got to do is infill it with all the rafters, which that's pretty easy for them. So I need to now get gone because I've got another meeting. So back in the van. So just give Ben and Tommy a lift. Just a few pointers on how to get them hips in. They're all in now. Yeah, so all you need to do now is obviously infill it, and then purlins need to go in, but I like to put the purlins in first and then sit my rafters on top of those. But there's a little bit unsure on how to do like the purling back cut and stuff like that. It's all traditional style roofing that not many joiners do nowadays. I was lucky enough to serve my time with an old timer. I think he was like in his mid 60s, late 60s when I started with him when I was 15, 16 years old. A guy named Billy Boso. But what a genius on them roofs. But yeah, I don't know if he's still with us or not, to be honest. Probably not, to be honest. But yeah, I was taught how to do traditional roofing, and I've done some quite ornate, you know, quite tasking, difficult traditional roofs in my time. So it's the thing that I enjoy doing the most and the bit that I'm probably the best at. So that's why I just nipped over, because to give them a couple of pointers, and they were stuck on something, basically finding out where the layboard needed to be to join into the existing roof. But that's all done now. I'm now on my way over to have a look at to meet up with the architect and the client for what could be the biggest job that Greenwood have ever done. So not gonna lie, not gonna sugarcoat it, it will be the biggest job. You know, I personally have probably done jobs of similar size, but never working for myself, running my own company. Oh dear, piece of steel hanging off a pickup truck there. But yeah, so I need to be on my A game basically when I get there, which is ideally I wanted to be in the office this morning and preparing for it, but I haven't. That's the running a building company, isn't it? We had an issue that had to be sorted, so I've sorted it and now I'm on my way there.
So I'm here, we're at Baskerville. Let's have a little look round. So you saw Friday I came and did a little walk round. I came and dropped some stuff off. So I dropped them bags off for the lads, them beads. So you've seen this anyway, but just to show you what's going on. Well, doing little walk rounds, don't we? So what I'll be doing is I am going to be measuring these. So we want to know how many doors are going in, what size, also lengths of skirting, how many lengths, what kind of skirting we're going to be using. So anywhere you see an opening, we've got one door, and then we've got architrave that side, architrave the other side. So that's what I am now going to be doing. And then I'm going to the office, and then I'm going to swap cars because I'm in my Chrysler at the minute. I'm going to pick the pickup up and go up Wilmslow to Martin, Bip and Bryn, see how they're getting on, because today we need it be the last day for the plasterers to take over. Just the way that we want scheduling work. So yeah, so I'm over at Wilmslow. I'm going to take you through some bits for the lads, and I'm going to have a little walk through with the plasterer demo. There's his van, Martin the multi trade, and there's Beth the joiner, and we've also got Bryn the gas lad. So just going to have a little walk through. Come with us. Have a little gander. I'll take you upstairs in a minute. Skylight, look at that. I'll take you up there in a sec. There's the skylight in. We'll come back to you. Bip's just gonna have a little tidy and then we'll come back.
Instructions. Didn't use them once.
Woo! And that is my day done, hopefully. So, literally just got back / home to the office. So I've just met up with Julie, just give her quite a lot of help with her social media and stuff like that. Had quite a long discussion about business in general, just bits and bobs. But yeah, now back. It is 10 to 6, so I'm just getting back now. Missus is off work, so I'm going to try and just clock off now and spend some time with the missus. Have a bit of tea, and then tomorrow I've got a mega busy day, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Morning YouTube, it is now Tuesday. It's not Tuesday morning because I literally haven't had time to pick this camera up yet. So it's a case of, we've got a few extra jobs up on the Wilmslow job where she wants a patio lane, she wants the rest of the property, fascia board and soffit all replacing, guttering. So just had to run through pricing that. We've had a few other bits and bobs that I've had to get sorted. General admin for accountant, sent me an email requesting some bits and bobs, which have also been sent over to him. Sterling's just kind of cracking on, managing the jobs, trying to get materials there as and when we need them, arrange trades, which is always a nightmare at the minute. But yeah, cracking on. Not sure what I've got in my diary this afternoon. I don't think I've got anything, but I have got the Blue Bricks Awards tomorrow because I've been nominated for Property Person of the Year. And I've just, well, not just found out, but just remembered that it's a 20s theme. So I've got to get dressed up like Peaky Blinder or something like that. So I'm going to have to nip, I don't know, Marks and Spencer's or somewhere, try and get a waistcoat to go with me. I've already got a tuxedo that I go in these events in normally, so why they've changed the dress, I don't know. Just got to go out and buy something special for one night. But yeah, need to get over, try and get that sorted, try and find a flat cap from somewhere. I think I've got one of my granddad's old ones somewhere in the house, which is ridiculous, isn't it, for one night? But yeah, let's go and have a look, see if we can get that sorted. Back in the van. So literally just had a bit of dinner quickly, and then my dinner hour, I'm nipping over now to Marks and Spencer's to try and find a flipping waistcoat for this awards evening tomorrow. So like I've said earlier, it's 20s theme, so all I've got is a tuxedo that we normally go these black tie events in, so can look a bit of a divvy if everyone's dressed up as 20s like flapper girls and bloody Peaky Blinders and all that lot. So just gonna go try and find a waistcoat now to put with my trousers, tie on, flat cap, job done. And if they're too expensive, I shan't be buying one, I should be just going in the shirt and trousers. So let's nip over to Marks and Spencer's now and see what they have got. Maybe go in Asda actually, and look in George. Check me out, somebody design the labels. Catch you in a bit. And I think that's it for me today. I am just sending a couple of messages over to Meta. Basically, I'm set up for monetization through my Facebook, and I probably get more back from Facebook than I do anywhere else. Couple of months I've earned like 350-400 quid from it. You know what I mean? It's not going to retire you, but it's better than nothing. Are you with me? And I do quite a lot of posting on there, trying to attract business, so I might as well learn something from that posting. But I've noticed that I've got 4 payments from late last year that seem to have failed, and it adds up to about $500-600. I don't know what that is in pounds, but obviously, yeah, it's not £1,000,000, but it's, you know what I mean, it's not pennies. So just trying to sort that out now. I'm wondering where that payment's gone, and then I'm going to go and have some tea. I'm knackered today. Tomorrow I'm over in Manchester with Alex and Chris. We've got a 1-to-1, so hopefully should do some content from their office tomorrow. And on the Thursday night, I'm at the awards do that I've been talking about earlier, where I've had to get this bloody 20s style dress type thing. So don't think I'm going to win the award by any stretch of my imagination, because some of the people that I'm up against, like Jamie York, Hayley Andrews, Oliver Adams, massive hitters in the property industry. But I don't know what the criteria is. I don't, it's property person of the year. Is it like the size of the deals you've done? Is it the personality? I don't know what it's based on. So obviously I'm going anyway. So I've got a few people that I know that are going, but I'm going to have to drive up there on my Todd. Got to find somewhere to park in bloody Liverpool of all places. And I think it's town centre as well. So need to get on that, because I need to be up there by 6 o'clock on Thursday. The joys. Morning guys, it's Wednesday and I'm in the van. I've literally just shot this scene once before, but my microphone wasn't switched on. The joys of recording for YouTube, eh? So this morning I am heading over to Blurton Road. Ben, as I've mentioned before, I did a lot of traditional roofing. There ain't many people out there that do it nowadays. I've tried to teach the lads as much as I can, but occasionally there's things that they just haven't done before that, so I need to go down there now and just give him a bit of a nudge on something specific to the roof. But also I need to speak to the customer. Basically what happened was Dylan went to see the customer yesterday, but he went at a time to kind of fit in with, obviously, because he lives in Blurton and the job's in Blurton, so I had to do it on the way home. But because of that, because he was on his way home, lads were literally packing up to leave. Customer had nipped out to pick his kids up, so wasn't in. So he ended up coming back without like the mission accomplished kind of thing. So what he went down there for never got sorted. And then missed a few things, measuring windows up and what have you. Didn't actually get the roof measured up, so it was almost kind of a wasted journey. And then it's also come in this morning. Obviously I've just told you he lives in Blurton, so he's already passed the job, come into the office, done some bits and bobs in the office, and then he's now headed back over there. So it's kind of, that's an inefficiency, and those things are what I've brought Dylan in for, to try and get past. So we need to obviously have a look at that, because it's cost me money in fuel, him coming back and forth, and then there's obviously half a day there that's just been completely wasted. Obviously wages are getting paid and stuff like that, so need to have a bit of a chat. To be honest, I think he watches the video, so probably pick up on this anyway when I put it out. It's not, not saying that it's wrong. Well, he says wrong, but obviously he's still, he's still learning, he's fresh to the company. So these are the little things I need just to try and pick up on, nip in the board, get sorted, and go from there. So I'm just going over there now. I'm going to have a chat with the customer, try and resolve these issues. And then I need to get up to Manchester. I've got a meeting with Chris and Alex at 12, so it'll probably take me an hour to get there. Need to leave at 11. The meeting with Chris and Alex is basically, this is where I always get to when I try and grow. I've been trying to grow the company for a number of years, and I get to this point where we just grow the team, we grow the amount of work we're doing. Obviously with that, you know, the amount of materials grows, so the cost grows, the cost of labour grows because we've got more lads, and we seem to stop making the profit there. At the small model that I've always kept, where it's just me and maybe 3 lads on site, and I'm on and off site helping them, working the office, kind of doing the pricing. Obviously that was killing me, but we were making profit. But now we've kind of moved up, and it's not that we've stopped making profit, we're not making anywhere as near, but this month does look like, I don't know whether it's because obviously lads come in, initially they were hungry, so they kind of want to get the job done, they batter it out, and then we're now a few months in, whether they start resting on the laurels a little bit, trying to be a bit more comfortable within the job, and production kind of takes a bit of a hit and stuff like that. I don't know whether it's that, or obviously this is why we're going to meet with Chris and Alex today. I want to talk through all of this, so because the last thing I want to do is go 6 months forward not making a profit again and back to square one. This is where I always get to with growth. This is why I've got Chris and Alex on board. They've obviously done it, they've been there and kind of got the t-shirt, so we need to draw off their experience. So stick with me. I'm going to drive up to Manchester in a minute after we've been to Blurton. See you in a bit. And then true to form, when the lads find out you're coming out on the job, they always ring you, can you just pick this up on your way? So just nipped to MKM now just to basically pick up some 4-inch nails. Obviously ran out. Ben's quite old school because he's been taught by me. Still uses hammer and nails. We've got nail guns, but we just get so fed up of them jamming and like kind of not working properly. Obviously we get them serviced and what have you, but yeah, they used to be a nightmare. And I used to always say to him, look, I've just nailed that up by hand quicker than you've actually fixed the nail gun and got going. So yeah, there'll be a lot that disagree with me on that, but yeah. So I'll nip in MKM now, pick these nails up and get over to Ben.
Hi guys, welcome to Bob's. Welcome to Bob's YouTube channel.
Hi guys.
Today we are at Blurton Road, doing the joinery on the roof. Let's have a look. All the roofing timbers on this side, all the hips are in. Just put a tarp over so you don't get wet inside. All the timbers fussed off flush for your fascia and soffit. Still need to get in this side. So this is what a lot of people don't see when it comes to doing the roofs. It's all the marking out, it takes longer than actually cutting and installing the wood, doesn't it, Ben?
Yeah.
So obviously when we're on a main road, we've got the vans and stuff parked there, we get a lot of reps from companies that spot us, obviously want us to use them. So look at Tyler with his freebies. Sharpen his Howarth pencil and his Howarth hat. And he's got his Howarth t-shirt. So yeah, we always get all these bits of freebies. They're all shit, to be honest, but better than that, isn't it? Like I've said earlier, with this being a traditional roof, and you've got that there, see that beam running across, which is your purling. In many roofs that have that nowadays, quite an old-fashioned method. So Ben understands how to do it, but we just don't do many these days. Obviously, like I've said, I did a lot of them when I was younger, so yeah, looking pretty good. And then if you see, there's a tarpaulin there over the existing roof as well. what a lot of people don't understand when we're building these extensions is obviously we live in the UK, it rains a lot. So, and when we've got someone's roof off, it's not just a one-day thing where whip the roof off, put the new one back on, and the same day. It just doesn't happen like that. So we need to make sure that the roof's weatherproof. So at the minute we've got this blue tarpaulin over the top. We've left the felt on the existing roof as well. Obviously it's full of holes because it's knackered, it needed replacing. But yeah, these are the things that you have to anticipate. Back in the van. So lads on site, they know exactly what they're doing now. To be honest, they'd figured it out anyway. So, which is obviously their experience coming in there. They've took what they already know, and then obviously had a look at stuff, evaluated it, figured it out themselves. So, it's what I like to see, to be honest. But yeah, all done. Dylan's sorted out over at Baskerville Road. He's just sent me a message just saying, but we've got a bit of an issue there that plasterer seems to think, you know, he's given me a price to do the full house, but he doesn't want to do the under the stairs. It's like, it's part of the house. Saying he wants to charge extra. He gave me a price to do the house. So the problem I've got is plasterer's my best mate, and people always say don't mix business and pleasure, don't they? So it's kind of, what do? Do I go back and say, look, your price for the whole house, risk falling out with my mate? It's probably why you shouldn't use mates, you know, in business. So, but we'll sort it out, you know what I mean? It's not going to fall out over the sake of understairs room. Push comes to shove, I'll get my trowel out and I'll go skim it myself. But yeah, on the way now up to Manchester to meet up with Chris and Alex. Running a little bit late because of the bits and bobs I had to sort out on the Blurton Road job. So years ago,
Speed camera ahead.
There you go, speed camera ahead. Years ago, I'd have absolutely drove like a dickhead to get there on time, but for the sake of 5 minutes, was it actually worth it? So,
in about
yeah.
10 miles, take exit 19 to merge onto the A556 towards Manchester S&C.
Cheers, Mr. Satnav, thanks for that. Right, I better get going. I'll see you in a bit.
So we're just on a session with Rob Salmon, yeah? Have we been calling you Rob Salmon for forever?
Everyone does, to be fair.
Why have you ever corrected us?
Because of, unlike, how old am I now? 47
She's
years
like,
of correcting people. You get to a point where you're like...
Salmon or Salmon? We'll call it, I think Salmon sounds good.
To be honest, my cousin does pronounce it salmon, and he says that's what it is, but my old man always said it was salmon, so that's what I've stuck with. So.
Still Rob to us. So yeah, we've done a one-to-one session.
It's Rob, are you with me?
Yeah, are you with me? But we're doing a one-to-one session, we've done a deep dive. It's good because Rob is a fantastic systemiser and record keeper in his business, and we've been able to track when we've got involved, not saying it's all down to us, it's mostly down to Rob, but the trajectory of his business is going in the right direction. He came with us with a few things he wanted to work on, a few concerns, and we've gone through it all. I'm pretty drained, to be honest, but...
Do you know what I noticed though, like I pointed out, when I started watching your videos, you saw that lift? Did you think?
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I'll promote you, mate.
Thanks,
you know
I appreciate that, yeah. Well, we are actually launching the next phase of the intake on our Everytrade University, so get in touch. But no, it's just been good. Rob is the perfect fit for us because he's prepared to put the work in, and he's got all the raw materials, he's got a great little business. So if you're in the Stoke area, Stokey, but yeah, but also he's got a great YouTube channel, which you've had to tell him to stop swearing on. But
Rob's on 977 subscribers now, so go over and just subscribe to get him to that 1,000.
Well, what's it called, Rob?
I go by the name of the Builder Investor, but it's just Greenwood Design
Build. If I was to search on, we'll put
the Builder Investor, if you search for it, yeah.
Yeah, so similar to us, bit of property, bit of construction. Rob's is more like warts and all, like what you see is what you get. But we've told him that, you know, Rob needs to brag a bit more and be a bit more...
Look at me.
Yeah. Because he's a bit too modest. And it's great content, so check it out. Let's get him to 1,000 subs. What is it? What, yeah? 77?
977.
So 23, is that right? Quick maths.
Yeah, 20 odd,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, check out the thing, but yeah, again, what?
Slow
Maths, right?
Got the architect over there nodding his head, it must be right.
Oh, yeah, it's slow, that's alright, you're a genius. Yeah, he has one phone for Claude, one phone for ChatGPT, and he's lecturing me.
Yeah.
Put that in my head.
Flare both of his pots.
So yeah, no, it's been a good session, and listen, Rob, keep doing what you're doing, you're smashing it, mate.
Yeah, one thing though with Rob is that we can sit here and talk about all these things and do this, do that, and this is what we've done in the past, and this is how we should do things, but Rob actually implements it and does it 10 times over, and it's easier for us to sit here and talk and discuss it and just be that sounding board because Rob's already done the work, really. So it's easy to go in, like even down to his reconciling zero or his account, bang on. And as I was saying before to Rob, there's only a couple of things that we can control as being a business owner, and outside of that, not that it's all down to pure luck, but it's like you've just got to let things happen, and as long as you stick to them key fundamentals, which Rob does, then it's very minimal things will go wrong.
But looking into his zero account, which Rob has kindly given us access to, I hope you don't mind me saying it, so turnover up, profit growing, everything, the only thing that's still growing that he doesn't want to grow is his stress levels, but we're working on that, and that comes with growth, and I've told him all about it, but yeah. We'll do our testimonial now, Rob, if you want.
Testimonial? I've done you one.
Well, yeah.
Said it was too polished. Because I'd just got out of the bath.
Yeah,
You actually look fresh, yeah.
You do actually, yeah. No.
But no, I mean, the idea was I turned up here today fully prepared. You know what I mean? There's no point me turning up here with my zero off, you know, half a month out, 2 months out, whatever. All my CRMs all over the place. Because the idea is try and make your life as easy as possible to turn up and say, this is what you're doing wrong, this is what, you know, where you should be, maybe that's right, or, you know, if I wasn't here and prepared and the zero wasn't up to date, then...
It was hard, there was nothing we could really catch you out, just a few little bits, and again, just that little bit of reassurance, and then we dug into his accounts and a couple of things that maybe he could be a bit more tax efficient on, which again, we're not claiming to be experts, but this is what we do in our own business, so yeah, it's good. It's an enjoyable process looking at other people's business and trying to help them. It's great when you've actually seen the progress now we're doing it. So yeah, go and follow Rob's channel, The Builder Investor, yeah?
Yeah, that's the one, right? Yeah.
Every Sunday, video out, yeah. Just before, what time do you put it out?
9:30 Sunday morning.
Just after us then, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't yet make you finish our video first. Check it.
What a lovely day for build roofing.
Morning guys, it's Thursday, so this morning me and Dylan are here over there somewhere, cracking away, basically running through all the jobs, making sure everything's on schedule, as we do pretty much every day to be fair. So tonight I have got the Blue Bricks Awards, so I am up for an award. Hey, basically, yeah. It's your typical, you know, property award ceremony where they're probably going to hand out the award to, yeah, someone that's already been, you know, kind of agreed upon way before the award ceremony was put together. So, but it is what it is. People say that's probably a bit of sour grapes, but it's not. I've been nominated quite a few times now, and you pretty much know who's going to win before they win it. But I'll enjoy the night. I've got to get dressed up in this bloody 20s theme. Look like some kind of Peaky Blinder or something. But yeah, looking forward to it because there'll be a lot of people there that I know. But now, in particular, we're just going through the leads. So someone asked the other day about why we actually qualify our leads. Why don't we just quote everything that comes in? Now, it's purely down to the fact that when we're working with this customer, we could potentially be in their house or around them personally for a decent amount of time, could be 6 months in some cases. So we need to qualify them on a particular level of whether we can work with them or not, whether they've actually got the money in the first place to do the project, whether they're serious about doing the project, and then a few other things that come along with that. So, and how we do it is, we don't really answer the phone anymore. We everything's done on here. There's a web form on our website, or if people do phone us or message us or email us, we send out a link that directs them to that web form where they jump into our CRM. From there, we've got particular questions that the form asks, and then we can also make a phone call and speak to them and qualify the client to work out whether it's a good fit for our company and whether we're going to work well with them. Now, we've got quite a few that fill the form in, and when we go to ring them, they just don't answer the phone, you know what I mean? They don't pick up. That to me is a qualification process. If they're not bothered to pick the phone up in the first place to actually get the job going, what they're going to be like when we're actually dealing with them when we're doing the job. So sometimes that can be a straight, yeah, get rid of them, not, you know, not qualified kind of thing. So, and all builders should do this, so in my opinion, because it just weirds out, you know, it makes sure that that job is going to be a lot more secure. You're not going to have problems, you're not going to have disagreements. Obviously we can cater for a lot of that and kind of you know, take a lot of that out by making sure that our quota's correct, our contract is correct, but it's still, you know what I mean, you've still got to work with this person, so it makes it a lot easier if you're the kind of person that you can get on with, that makes decisions quickly, and just diligent about doing the project. So that's why we do it. Right, I'm going to crack on now, and then at some point I'm going to start getting my Peaky Blinder uniform on and get over to Liverpool, and I'll probably take the camera with me and try and get some footage. Morning guys, welcome to Friday. So I'll just get it out of the way, didn't win the award. Oh well, at least I was finalised in the finals with some massive names. So, but it is what it is, got to crack on. So, in here this morning, got quotes to do, got a couple of appointments that I need to attend. Nothing really that exciting today, but just general running of a building company. Got lads off sick again. Just don't know why. We seem to have quite a lot of messages in the WhatsApp group last night quite late, which tells me that they were probably all out together or something. So yeah, coincidence that one of them's gone home ill, the other one's at home ill with an headache. So yeah, usual guys have turned up, you know, but part of the joys of running a company. So we've had to make a few changes this morning, get everything sorted, still managed to get everything done that we need to do as a company. Dylan's been over at Wimslow this afternoon, just check over on the plastering and stuff like that. Yeah, just had another extension come in, so it's all moving forward quite nicely. So come do a bit of riding this morning. I need this after this week, so let's go get some riding done, get back home, get back in the office and get this video put together for you lot. Oh, that's better! I feel my front wheel! Ride it! Oh, sorry, fast! And that is your lot guys for this week's video. Tell you what, it's absolutely amazing how much that ride at the end of the week, obviously Saturday, not in the week, kind of perks me up and just kind of releases the stress of the whole week. So it's something I've loved for a long time. You know, that and music has just been a massive part of my life. So it's good now to finally get back out on a weekend rather than working 7 days a week. So yeah, if you're into mountain biking, drop me a comment, let me know what bike you've got. So like I've said, that's the end of the video guys. Try your best for me guys to give this video a like down here somewhere, wherever it is that you have to like these videos. And if you could subscribe as well. If you're watching these videos, why not subscribe? You know, it just helps us massively. And then obviously you'll get the updates and you'll know when the videos are coming out. So I'm going to leave you there and I will see you next week. If you want to watch last week's video, have a look up there. And if you want to subscribe guys, please do it for me. Have a look at that link there and I'll see you next week.